Very good morning to all of you. You know, my presentation and my passion is completely dependent upon the response that I get from you, right? Because I drive my energy, from each one of you. And it's very important that I get a good ear and a nice question and answer session after I'm done. Because as I speak here, I'm not here only to share my knowledge or the experiences that I have, both at UFlex and my previous assignments, but also as a student of HR, I would also like to learn a few key points from each one of you. As I make this presentation, let me tell you that I am heading a part or vertical of the UFlex group business, which is the chemicals business. There are 5 other businesses that we have. And I'm here in the capacity of a practicing HR manager who also happens to be the CEO of a business. And I take great pride in the fact, that HR is something that is closest to my heart. And with that, I'll start with the presentation. All right, to start with, the agenda would include who we are. We are not going to spend more than a couple of minutes on the subject. I'll speak about UFlex. I'll give you a brief background. I'll also speak about what we believe in, because it's important for me to tell you that where do we come from. When we talk about the measuring the impact and the metrics, where do we come from, what's our philosophy? So we are going to briefly spend some time on that. Then how we impact our businesses, and last bit, measuring the impact. All right, so broadly, the whole presentation is going to center around these 4 sections. UFlex, it has been in existence for about 3 decades. Group sales is about $1.5 billion. UFlex as a company is about $1 billion US. We are also Asia's largest integrated packaging material manufacturing company and an emerging player in the global market. Our global employee headcount is about 7,000 plus. It's about 7 different locations that we have our manufacturing facilities at. And what we sincerely believe in is providing, innovative packaging solutions to the consumers. Some of the buying partners, I thought probably I'll share with you, because you must know as to what kind of partners do we have in our customers. And these are the manufacturing units, that we have around the world. We have 7 of them. We have in America, Mexico. In Africa, we have 2 countries where we are present, Egypt and Kenya. In Europe, we are present in Poland, where we have a large manufacturing facility, Dubai, and of course, India. But all our mother plants are based in India. 50% of our revenue comes in from India, 50% of our revenue comes from outside of India. Now, having said this, I'll move on to what are the HR values that we believe in. Jim Collins said so very appropriately that great vision without great people is irrelevant. It makes no sense. And I say that great strategy or great vision without great people doesn't make any sense for any business. At the end of the day, when we talk about a strategy, it's all about people. When we talk about manufacturing, it's all about people. And I always say, that it's not the companies who compete in the marketplace, but it's actually the people who compete in the marketplace. And that's the reason people make all the difference to a business. And that's exactly the reason why it's all about people, people, and people in every business. We also very sincerely believe, that we are living in an era where there is a lot of war going on for talent. And more than attraction of talent, we are also experiencing a big war in talent retention, which makes the entire exercise so very challenging. If you happen to be coming from an industry, everybody can't be an Apple, that you have a large profit base. If you happen to be coming from an industry which is thin on profits, which can't afford to dole out big money, then again the challenges are far too many. And I would say, that the kind of experiences that I have, I come from chemical industry, and chemical industry doesn't make truckloads of money. And as a result, I've always found, as a practicing HR manager and a business head, it's a huge challenge that we have, that when you can't afford to pay big money. I mean, attracting the right talent is always a big, big challenge. Technical talent in niche sectors, research and development, though it's coming up in India, but it's not forte. It's not big time in India. We are still far too dependent on West, for our innovation and for our technology, especially in the chemical industry when we talk about the specialty products. So you really don't get the technical workforce very easily. That's again a huge challenge, that we have with the HR. So again, attracting the right talent and retaining them is a big, big challenge for us. People assets, we always believe, it's a source of competitive advantage. For the reason that I explained to you in the opening remark, it's all about people, people, and people. And hence, I very sincerely believe, and we very sincerely believe, that HR can be a source of competitive advantage. More than any other department, HR can be a source of competitive advantage in any manufacturing industry, or for that matter, any other business. And hence, we very strongly believe that HR is actually a strategic partner for our business. A wise CEO very rightly said, when he spoke about elevator assets, and what he meant with elevator assets was actually his people. He said, look, every day my people, they go down from the office in an elevator, and I get very jittery, with very simple thought, that what happens in case they don't return the next morning? What happens if my office is empty, vacant? I just don't have people. What do I do with this business? And I guess that's exactly the challenge, and that's the problem area, that we have around this industry. And that's the reason, why we are very, very careful with our talent. We are paranoid about talent retention, and we very sincerely believe in keeping our folks happy, so that we retain talent and we also attract new talent.